I hate to break the fishing news up, Chuck, but I'd like to speak about the ice hockey.
Congratulations, you're one of the 13 listeners of the Real Life Podcast.
We just traded a migraine in for like an orgasm.
Might want to mark that down.
Yep.
All of my projects are on schedule until they're not.
A member of the Nation Network of Podcasts.
About as funny as we're going to get today.
Welcome into a new episode of the Real Life Podcast that is brought to you by our friends at Wilhauk Beef Jerky. Only the finest tasting meat products earn the Wilhauk name. Made from 100% pure Alberta beef, Wilhauk Beef Jerky is aged, seasoned, marinated, and smoked to savory perfection. It's so good. And everyone on this podcast will attest to that. Wilhauk Beef Jerky.
Amen to that.
Yep.
Everyone at the golf tournament would attest to that too.
Yep.
If I could just lead off. Apologies. I'm staring across at a man, never on camera. And it looks like the Minnesota Airport Vikings store hired a new manager.
He's even got yellow socks on.
They're like,
That's a good touch.
Pick your jersey, pick your hat. You're in charge, Bill. What is going on?
You're all the way
I
in.
am looking fresh.
If I could
Feeling
name a
fresh.
single Viking, I would call you him, but I can't think of one.
It's Victory Monday.
How do you feel about your boy getting a little quad contusion in the third quarter?
I can't put it
Nothing
down,
he
bro.
can't. She already had 100 billion yards. And
Yeah.
As a unlicensed doctor, I feel like he'll be fine.
The savior, Sam Darnold.
Hey, Sam Darnold. Check
Sam
the darts.
Darnold just apparently
Sammy
needed a team.
Darts, we call him.
Yeah.
Sammy Darts.
Yeah, in Vikings Nation.
That's nice.
Don't tell Jay that we're starting that.
What happened? Explain your game. I don't even know what happened in your match.
The Vikings were heavy dogs yesterday against the San Francisco 49ers and then just went out and handled their business.
And won?
Consecutive home winning streak over the 49ers since 1992.
Come on.
Wow. I should have done my research.
This is the karma that the 49ers get for being dicks and not disclosing injuries. I had numerous people reach out to me and say that
your bro's probably like, yeah, good take.
No.
Charles.
Many people have said Tyler doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh my God. Yeah. All right. Here goes.
Well, speaking about many people came to me legitimately about you thinking Crosby's not a steal of a deal. But anyways.
Yes. Many people. You guys talking in your little Trumpism.
Many.
100 people. Millions of people.
I had so many people,
talking to
probably
me
more
about-
people than anybody's had reach out to anybody about anything in life.
All kinds of people. More people
Everyone's
you could ever
saying it.
imagine.
There was a
Everyone is
lineup
saying
around
it
the
was
block
global.
of people
It was huge.
telling me about how great my take was. Probably the best take they've ever heard.
Although I did get a real big laugh when I saw CMC on IR just for the sake of like, oh my, yeah, he was never questionable.
No,
If he's now
it's
out
just
for a month and a half.
8 weeks. He's out in total.
I
Do you
did
have
talk
him?
about
Such a
Who
joke.
draft? Everyone who
I
drafted
did.
him. you
Everybody
guys
that
are
got the
so-
first pick overall drafted him.
first overall.
He slid in like every
one.
draft aside from that one I was in.
I just don't.
We were never taking him.
To go back to the original point, though,
Hundy.
I am looking very fresh, Wanye.
Yeah, you look great.
Yeah, that is where this all started.
Yep.
Let's go,
It's a
Vikings.
great jersey.
Got a fresh Justin Jefferson on.
You know,
Vikings hat.
JJ?
You know how teams
JJ.
have like nicknames for certain things that they have? We could go through like top 5 nicknames for a sporting team, and the defense, the vaunted defense of the Minnesota Vikings used to be called the Purple People Eaters.
It's funny. We just had that same
Just
convo
had
with,
that exact
same conversation,
Aaron
yeah.
next door. Yeah.
Yeah.
With Aaron.
Yeah.
Let's go. Top five. The Smash Brothers.
Legion of Doom.
The Bash Brothers.
Yeah,
Jose
that?
Canseco and
Yeah.
Claire,
Mark McGuire.
Lindros.
Renberg.
the Legion of Boom. That was the Seahawks defense and the
Steel curtain.
Steel Curtain, Steelers
That's a good one.
defense.
The juiced up cyclist, Lance and the boys.
Yep.
Lance and them boys. Lance and them boys. The one ball maniac. What else?
One nut and a whole lot of juice.
Yeah. Can squeeze a lot of juice out of one nut.
Hey,
Lance proved that wrong.
Wasn't it blood doping?
Yep.
Yeah, you put the
Look,
juice in the blood.
what?
It's
If you
moving
have
blood around.
3 fridges full of your own blood. If you don't have that, or even Tour de Francing, not
Gotta-
very hard.
The
Accurate.
kid line. Joe Murphy, Adam Graves, and
Robert Nielsen, Sam Gagne, and Andrew
I
Cutler.
feel the kid line's at like 400
there's been like
iterations.
400
Remember when
kid
the
lines?
others had a VCR line?
The VCR line. What's
Anyone
that?
listening right now that knows the VCR line is
Van Ryan? Oh, Van Allen. Sorry.
Curry, and Rice. Stephen Rice.
Curry's with a K.
It was CURRI.
Oh, Josh Curry?
No. This is like when we had a team in Cape Breton era. Van Allen, Curry.
So this would have been like a fourth line in the 90s?
Yeah, we call it the VCR line, Tyler.
Yeah, that's probably.
By we, I mean adults, because I was a child.
That's not in the top 5. That's outside.
That 70s line was good.
That was
That
good.
70 line was
Who
good.
was that?
It was like
was in LA.
Toffoli, Tanner Pearson, and Jordan Nolan
That's a great name.
Oh, maybe.
or something. They're all 70s. Oh, Jeff Carter.
Oh, yeah.
There
Yeah.
was the one in it was in Pittsburgh when they were winning their cups the second time around. with
HBK
Phil-
line.
HBK line. Phil Kessel on it.
There's the legendary men's league line, the French fry line. Me and a couple buddies had back in the day.
Why was it called that?
Everybody's hair made him look like a French fry. So we rode with that. It's a good
In
one.
case you had to see it.
I guess you had to be
Put up a lot of points in the Parkland League. Anyone who's played in that league knows to come out of that alive, you're tough.
Ooh, that was a. They talk about men's league being like a lot of fights. That old Parkland Icebox League was.
I wish there was like cameras.
nightmare.
It could be a crazy, amazing documentary.
It would have been a documentary back then.
Yeah.
the Parkland Beer League.
The Parkland Beer League.
What
the,
would happen?
The real everything.
And so many fights. So
Arrests,
yeah,
charges pressed post game.
Cop cars driving on the ice.
you know when
getting
you
out
see
shooting.
you know when you see those like stick swinging incidents on
Oh,
Instagram
yeah.
every so often. That was a mainstay
Oh.
on there.
It was good.
Guys are just lunatics?
You had to
Lunatics.
Keep, had to keep your head.
They
when
didn't
it had
really.
cameras.
So like the league that I play in now at the River Cree, it really stomps out that kind of stuff by if you get in a fight, you are gone. Like for the season.
There's no more.
If you like slash a guy out, you're gone.
Can't even
There
call a
was
guy a
really
loser.
no repercussions back then.
Yeah,
there was
none.
full-on line
maybe
brawls and
one
then-
game suspension, maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, fines you didn't have to pay. It's good.
Yeah.
I get a chuckle because my beer league season is just starting. Like first game of the year, this dude until end of season suspension, and it's like, can you imagine paying $700 to $800 to play in a beer league, and the first game of the year you lose your shit so hard that you're done? Apparently, this guy shot the puck at a ref after he got kicked out,
That'll
and then
do it.
started screaming at the timekeeper.
They
Are you
were
allowed to
in
do
ours.
that?
They were body cams now.
Really?
Yeah. So like if you say a slur of any type, it's
they
caught on
gotcha.
camera. You are done. Like if you start a fight, it's
canceled.
all on. They have like 2 cameras in the arena and then body cams on the refs.
body cabs on the
But like
It's good. It's
20
good.
games, 16 games, 14 games, indefinite. Can you imagine paying that money? Like, do you go back and ask for a refund to the guy?
Could you imagine playing that money and then having to play against guys that are going to do that to you?
Well, that too, yeah.
I'm 44 years old and I have a job in the morning. I don't need to get slashed on my ankle and not be able to walk.
But you still play men's league.
Yeah, but it's because it's like it's relatively safe.
Is it shinny? Well, is it?
It is. I played last night, and the only thing that hurts is my bum knee.
Has that T Fence played a game yet?
He played last night.
How was
First
he?
game of the season was great. Took him a minute to get into it. He
What
thought
was he?
he was so funny because like he was an exceptional hockey player,
Oh.
and when he played men's league, but he hasn't skated in a men's league hockey game for 10 years.
Wow.
10 years.
He came back.
He
to the
got
game.
out there after the first shift and he's like, wow, it seems like everything is going so fast. I'm like, in Div 2, D2? Yeah, it's not going that fast. You just got to catch up to it. He finally did. And we were magical
Yeah,
out
but
there.
did he get heated?
No. I think the days
coming.
of at T-Fence
No,
getting
powder
heated.
keg's coming.
Yeah. No, we got guys.
How'd you convince him to get back into it?
I think he wanted to. I think it was
Yeah,
one
yeah,
of
he
those like
convinced himself.
it was a couple years coming where he was, twisting,
the
you were
itch?
twisting the arm and then finally he was just he had a little bit of a knee issue too.
Don't worry. I'm telling you
anyways.
right now, an
It'll come
egregious slash is coming.
Yeah. He scored a nice goal on a breakaway, 5-hole, looked like a vet. Yeah, it was good.
Oh, I'm not surprised with that.
Scored.
Yeah.
But the slashes
Oh, yeah.
are coming. Don't worry.
Muscle memory.
Yes.
Eventually.
That's the only time he rages on the ice.
It is true.
It's coming.
It's like Mike Tyson fighting Jake Paul. He was sitting there one day normal. He got the tweak, and then he was Mike
Well, so
Tyson.
my wife asked me like, how did he do? And I was like, good. She goes, well, why did he quit? And I said, I think at some point something just clicked in him where he's like, I get extremely too mad on the ice because we used to play Nate intramurals for fun, and he would just like,
Yeah, we can't share those stories.
snap.
But they're good.
yeah, but he would just snap.
But it's 'cause
And,
he's a legit
we would
killer
play
that they
ball
would-
hockey.
They
and he
would
would
maybe
snap.
take back his diploma if we talked
Yeah.
about his stories.
And
he
so-
played high level though, right? So there's
Yep.
he's
Yeah.
like a killer
Played for the
real.
crew.
But it was the unwritten rules of hockey that a lot of intramural and men's league players don't have.
He defended those.
But that's the thing that he really would set him off if they didn't do it. And you'd have like some guy who started hockey like 5 years ago and is playing on his company's team, and he would just like accidentally trip Fence, and Fence would get up and his eyes would go.
It's also
red.
worth noting for the casual listener that Fence is ridiculously jacked and has been his entire life.
Yep.
So this guy's fighting fit at all times.
Everybody on their team has a guy like that, right? Where you see they're calm, cool, and collected, but the minute they get on the ice, it's just like.
Yeah, you can tell the guys like on my team when we say they're jonesing for one, like they're out there and it's like, oh, they're trying to take a penalty right now. And it'll be like, late in the game and it'll be like yelled at the other defenseman, like, hey, go take a 3-minute shift. Like, do not come
Let's
off
calm
the
this
ice
guy
at
down
all.
here.
Yeah, like he can sit for a bit. Yeah, you get a bit of that.
It was nice to get first game. It was nice to get back on the ice, and it really made me. And I started putting the schedule in for the calendar, and I noticed that like, boy, the Edmonton Oilers get back on the ice here in a couple weeks.
There's a preseason game on Sunday.
Yeah,
Whoa.
against Winnipeg, right?
I think so.
I watched the BOA. Anyone?
No,
You watched the rookie tournament game?
Certainly.
No.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Who stood out?
Well, I was hoping my boy Savoy would be good. He wasn't bad. And then there was
Was that the game they scored?
they lost. I think they lost 2-1 or 3-2.
3-1 they lost against the Flames.
3-1?
Yeah.
But it's funny because the announcers kept trying to call it the Battle of Alberta. Like, meh.
I just like how they're showing the rookie game highlights for like the San Jose Sharks because of Macklin celebrating.
I was just pulling it up. My guy, JD Young, who covers the Sharks, and he's a beauty. I really like him. He comes on the show. I go on his show. But he tweeted something that was this little slip pass by Celebrini to Smith in the first period of their first rookie game. And it's just a pass through the middle that wasn't on the tape and didn't result in a scoring chance.
And he's like, everybody look.
He's
Here
like,
he
look.
is.
Man, San Jose's in a tough spot, so they
I know.
gotta find their good news where they can make it.
And, it really wasn't all that long ago that I guess we would have been getting excited for Oilers.
Belanger signing for the extra year.
He believes.
I
like being able to watch those games, though. I appreciate that they show it from Penticton.
Our off season wasn't long enough for me to want to watch. I don't miss hockey so much that I want to watch preseason.
Well, I
games.
did. And I also watched all the raw footage from the captain's skates. I'm like, very good, very good. I
Now,
want to see what insights we can glean.
well, the insights we can glean is our future isn't that bright at the moment.
No. So at the time of us recording this, the Oilers are heading out for the third period of their third rookie tournament game. They've scored 1 goal in the whole tournament.
Come on. How about Leon showing up to CCMAs with a red solo cup on stage? He's in his victory lap.
Oh yeah.
Didn't the Baltimore Ravens teach you anything that it doesn't matter how you do in the preseason? They were notorious for going 4-0 every preseason, and they are 0-2 right now.
This isn't even preseason.
They need to learn to lose a little bit.
Yeah.
They're Super Bowl favorites. Them and the Bucks.
The Ravens.
Sure.
What?
They're gonna learn from this.
Okay.
Learn from 2
Aren't they
losses.
0-2?
There's nothing to be learned from the rookie games. Nothing.
No,
Not a
there's
single
not,
person's within 1,000 miles of the real lineup.
And if Savoy is good, it's like, well, yeah, I'd hope so. And if Savoy's bad, it's like he's probably bored. So
It's like watching
whatever.
2 MLS kids teams play each other.
When do they
No
play
impact.
that game at Claire Drake?
They don't do that anymore.
They don't do it. They go to BC.
What?
Because Vancouver sends
So that would have been like right around now.
yeah, it's the same tournament.
Oh, you're talking about the Joey Moss Cup.
Is that what I'm talking about?
Didn't
Yeah.
it used to be the rookie game was at Claire Drake?
Against the Golden Bears.
Yeah.
Then they also did
Right.
Nate for a
They
while.
don't do that anymore, right?
I don't think they do it anymore.
No, they
think so.
don't.
They haven't done it for a while.
They should
Yeah.
have the actual Oilers play the Golden Bears.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
Well,
If Connor McDavid played in the KHL, how many points would he get in the season? Whole season.
Well, so here's the thing with the KHL. They're not really good. I don't think they even count second assists.
they don't.
They
So
don't?
They don't. So scoring would go
Believe it
down.
in Soviet Russia?
Yeah, I guess
Got
not.
no time for that.
You need to be primary or
Could he get 10 goals in every game? If
No.
was on-
No,
No.
it's really good hockey.
Not
it's still good.
Connor McDavid good.
it's bigger ice or not? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I went to a game. I should know.
Was it
bigger
like,
ice.
what was the experience like as a fan at a KHL game?
Oh, it
Oh
was,
no, they've started doing second assists.
oh, did they?
Yeah, I think they're pretty tough.
I think
with
they're
it.
still tough on them.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
On par with going to an NHL game? What city were you in?
St. Petersburg. It was it was a sellout game. But it was during the day and it was Sunday. So on Sundays they don't serve booze at the game.
Oh boy.
So it was kind of a little bit quiet, but they gave everyone noisemakers. So that was rocking. So I don't know. I thought, yeah, no, it was good. It was
How
good.
many in the arena?
Full.
Like, what was the capacity?
15,000.
15 full.
Yeah.
Boxes?
Oh, I can't remember if they had boxes.
Corporate sponsors everywhere?
Lots of sponsors, yeah.
Was it like similar atmosphere? Or was it like, oh, we only sell beets in the concession or some shit?
Everything was
Pickled eggs.
Everything was normal except for no beer.
Just a
on Sundays.
ladle full of borscht. Right
I went
in
to a
my hand.
game in
I got a hot dog.
Norway and they sold pancakes with jam on it. And there were cars in the stands for sale.
For sale?
Oh yeah, no. Well, that's your. Well, yeah. They had the car display in the corner, like that's pretty
Ladas?
European.
A good lot.
Yeah, good Lada. Yeah.
Have you guys seen some of the early looks of what the Utah arena looks like?
Ladas for sale?
No, but just like kind of the seating setup.
There's lots of space for Ladas for sale. Like what we did this on ONR.
It's very similar, like
Current
the whole
state.
Brooklyn thing, right?
Yeah, current state. There's about a third of the arena with partial ice field.
Are they going to do
Oh,
a
so
new
they're playing
arena,
with
or
the
are they going to
Jazz
try to find a way to retrofit this one?
They're retrofitting it over 3 years.
So they're just jumping right into a Phoenix situation right off the bat, eh? Just like,
Yeah, but they'll be fully attended.
But the lower,
you know that?
Yes, and their owner's very stable.
Very stable. His name's Ryan Smith, for heaven's sakes.
I knew that.
but
This is-
the lower bowl seats.
Oh, it just ends.
Yeah, it starts
And
at the top of the glass.
It's going to be
Ah,
the
yeah.
busiest arena ever. We're going to have the greatest time, greatest in-game entertainment.
Oh yeah. So how many seats can you get in there? Like
Best
10,000,
hockey
12,000?
experience.
Everyone says it.
Everyone told me that.
I've been
The
hearing from
capacity
everyone.
says 18,000. We'll
It's
fit
fine.
25,000 in there.
What's with those corners?
Yeah, the whole
73,000
thing
people.
just is a little
weird
off.
Well, when you make those basketball, like if you look at the new Clippers stadium,
Yeah.
it's like designed for basketball and
The
basketball only.
wall? Talking about the wall behind
Well, there's the wall, but it's so steep off of the court.
and behind the one basket where you'll be shooting the second half.
Yeah, the free throws.
Free throws. Yeah.
Second half, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's all Clippers fans only allowed there. And if you have your gear on, you get a discount and shit.
And they're going to lead the league in urinals.
Yes, that was the first thing he
For
said.
all the people in
before they
Utah
broke
that are
ground.
getting greased at the games.
Oh,
no,
no,
this is the Clippers.
the Clippers one.
Oh.
I don't know about the urinals.
I'm now the biggest Clippers fan because I know I can pee when I go there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just the sound.
All that piss.
There's just
Yeah,
a
all of it.
second stadium and
Just-
all the seats are urinals and you just go to a drawbridge into the other one.
The volume of piss that can go through at any moment.
One
there.
to
Metric
one.
pisses per capita per head.
I don't think people will pee more as a result. Well, maybe they will because they can drink more. So it does kind of
Yeah.
more time to drink.
Slippery slope.
I'm excited for my first Rogers beer of the
You know
year.
what they say, Tyler?
What do they say?
More urinals, more piss.
When does the
Naturally.
yearly price increase tweet go out about what the...
It's gotta be coming.
It's coming soon. It's
Didn't
got
it already happen? Like with everyone's paid for their
Is
seasons
the
already.
preseason game on Sunday here? Because if it's here, then
The
that.
concession.
here.
No,
Oh, the
I'm talking
concession
about
prices.
concession
Gotcha,
prices.
gotcha.
Every year somebody will go, $18 for a beer. Last year it was 15. What
But
are
we got to look
doing?
at it in context because it's worse everywhere else.
Yeah, that's fair. Especially when you convert the dollar.
All I need to be told
I think
is
it's cheaper
worse.
in Calgary.
Yeah, probably older rink.
I think it's cheaper in
Wait
Calgary.
till their new arena price comes out.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Because I think during the playoffs, the 20-ounce draft beers or 24-ounce draft beers, because you can only get those big ones now. I think they were $16.50 during the playoffs.
They're
so-
18. They were 18 at concerts.
Yeah, so
I
it'll
just
be-
went to.
It'll be 18 for next
At-
year.
Yeah, $18.
That's what it's like to be.
We
in
have a
Iceland.
sign outside. It was $7.50 at Rexall Place.
And that was expensive.
I think we got two beers.
they were $3.75 at a bar
and it was
normally then.
$56.
Yeah, it's
2 beers and 2 popcorns was $66.
56. And like a one fountain pop for the kids.
oh yeah, if you get a beer burger combo, it's $40 plus.
I mean, there's no going back. This is the world.
I know, but you know what? We can bitch about it.
We can. We're gonna.
Okay.
Yeah, warm today.
Yeah, I never eat when I go to games. Just eat anywhere.
We're gonna
else
bitch about
before,
it,
but-
and then we're gonna go to the game, and we're gonna spend it because what
You
kind of
got
a
it.
person wouldn't
Yeah.
when in Rome?
Why don't you just like tape
Interest rates are coming down. It's all
Tyler,
good.
next time you go, just
Mickey's
get some
to your
Ziploc bags. You put bean dip in one.
Mm.
You put guac in the other. You tape them to your shin pad style from men's league.
Mhm.
Then you walk in, just order chips.
$42.
You got yourself some nachos. On the
Not a
low.
terrible idea.
Bucket at KFC.
Yep.
They sell it in there, so now it's plausible.
Yeah.
Put gravy inside your hat.
They really need to improve the donair.
Or
It's
just
a
get rid
shame
of it.
that again, you're Edmonton. You got to put together a better donair.
The fact they're shooting donairs is a testament to the donair industry.
Will they keep doing that in the regular season?
I mean,
or is that a playoff thing?
I mean, oh, it's amazing. It's something that's such a unique Edmonton thing. It's the probably only arena in the world where a donaire shot. Take that, Halifax. Think you're the fucking kings?
Wrong.
You shooting donaires at people? Nope.
First Rogers beer will be nice.
Got into a lot of wars if the bullets were donaires.
Oh, it'd be delicious. I'd be a hawk. I'd want to go to war for the donaires.
That's what
not me.
Ozempic wants.
Yeah. Well,
To answer your question, though, it's going to be Sunday. If the game's here on Sunday,
We're getting
the
a tweet.
tweets are going out on Sunday.
Yeah.
Look for them. Send them to me
Actually,
so I can laugh at them.
I want to
Tag
know
Chalmers.
if you're listening to this and you're going, what you feel personally is the most egregious price on the menu. For me, it's always the popcorn combo.
Especially because like before the game, if you walk around the arena, there's just those big garbage bags full of popcorn and it's all like,
Well, and also I just think of the markup. If you're spending
Yeah.
like $35 on a bag of popcorn and 2 drinks, like
I think
crazy.
the price of a piece of pizza being the same price as a whole pizza if you were outside of the arena.
What's a price of $12, $13?
I think it's 12.
It's probably the best deal.
I think it is.
I think the pizza's the best deal.
I think because it's
Calorie-wise.
filling, but the sizes are getting smaller.
Yeah, the popcorn is
slices gotten
egregious
smaller.
because you know the price of popcorn.
but a large
to make.
popcorn will fill you up better than a slice of pizza.
Disagree.
Interesting.
Empty filling. That's like you eat it and you're not like full, but you're like, God, I ate a lot.
And if you think about the time it takes to eat it, a piece of pizza is probably like 2 minutes. You got
You're
a
gonna
bag of
handle
popcorn for full period if you want it.
It just doesn't satisfy me the way a piece
Oh, I
of
love
pizza does.
makes me thirsty. Got to get more beers too.
What if it was piss flavor popcorn?
Oh my God.
Delish.
I do like when there's a lot of butter on top.
Interesting. Interesting response to that question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just trying to take it in a different direction.
Sure.
Trying to veer the conversation away.
Yeah, I
from
want to
that.
hear what you think is the most egregious price on the menu this year.
Yeah, I'll have to go and do a deep dive.
Well, they do
again.
those KFC sandwiches, and it's funny that like the KFC sandwiches are like $15. You can go to KFC, they're like $4.
Well, I think about Game 3 Cup Finals. Oilers were down in the third period. Jay and I were eating our feelings that night, and Jay bought us KFC, and it was like ridiculously expensive.
Popcorn chicken?
Some popcorn chicken.
Popcorn, it's the same price as going out to a nice restaurant
Yeah, pretty much.
and having drinks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you can go to the real KFC, or you can go to the KFC at the arena where the Nuge is your attendant and he makes $11 million Canadian a year. We got to pay him somehow.
Mhm.
You want to have that KFC at even value?
Yes.
Explain to me where the money for Darnell Nurse comes from.
Yeah. Beers are $20, but they promised to sign Connor McDavid.
Exactly.
So like,
Sponsorship.
I really wish the salary cap was tied to your team's revenue.
Oh, we'd be in good shape.
Because then it's like, hell yeah,
We'd be in good shape.
$50 for a beer. Let's go.
Yeah.
yeah, we would have been matching.
You'd be
those offer
happier to
sheets.
pay. So you're telling me you'd be happier to pay inflated concession
$50
prices if it meant that the revenue of our team would be higher. Ipso facto, our salary cap
if the
would
cap
be higher.
was related to your team's revenue, because then we could be the New York Yankees.
Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
That would be amazing.
HRR after that playoff run,
Oh,
Oh, buddy, we're flush.
we would have been a $190 million cap next year.
You couldn't
Sign
do that.
everybody.
through
We
the
could
playoffs,
squeeze
though,
in a
because
few
you'd
players.
Never allow those other teams to get better.
That'd be the best part. And then when a team has
and then when we go on the road for a nation vacation, you don't buy a thing in the building.
Yo, you're
That's
sneaking
when you're-
Mickey's.
that's when gravy's in the hat. Is
You
when
got your
you're,
bean dip shin pads?
you're in Denver and you're like, we can't let their cap go.
No, Avs don't need any of our help.
But then the
And then you purposely travel in big droves to all the arenas
To torpedo their
block
revenues?
the revenue.
In fact, you go
Protest in
there
front of the team store.
and start breaking things. In fact,
so they have to spend more.
Yeah.
To start returning things at their store.
Yes. Sugar in all the gas tanks.
Buying stuff outside the arena and taking it in and then returning it for a higher price
Exactly.
to get their revenue down.
Bringing in your own pizzas in your own
Then
KFC.
it puts the
returning
power in
it.
the fans' hands, which is kind of nice.
And then if a team has a bad year and then it's like that summer and they're like, it's like the Hurricanes and like, we have to trade everyone because our cap plummeted.
But your group
Bring a
is also
backpack of KFC sandwiches to the arena and then return them all at the concession.
yeah.
Oh shit, our revenues are minus 3.6 million tonight.
I think you're forgetting that you're also buying tickets to this game and maybe those would go unsold if you didn't.
If you didn't what?
If you didn't buy them, let's just say those 4 seats went unsold.
Yeah.
Well, that's going to help their
So
revenue.
we can go mafia style on the road and just whack everyone.
yeah.
On the way
I
in.
mean, I'm not kill, whack, but like whack them with a
stick.
baton
Mm.
and fear them from coming in. and returning their tickets or putting them on StubHub for $1.
Or when you buy tickets to a road game, you can claim the expense and it counts towards your team's cap still. You can take that money back. Be like, listen, I was in Colorado.
Yeah, so I'm in Colorado. It's like, this goes on the Oilers books.
Yeah. Every beer I buy, I'm going to send the receipt to OEG offices.
So that it motivates us to actually travel with the team and spend a shit ton.
Yeah.
I think about when we went to Calgary on bus
And the
trips,
travel's included.
and Cam would steal the shovel on the way out of the. They had to buy a new shovel.
Yep.
Already mad at doubling the
But
shovel
then we'll
budget.
return the shovel. So now the balance sheet got better.
Well, yeah.
People are going to be coming to Edmonton and kicking the glass of the escalator and making the. So we have
Breaking down the escalator.
it.
I would say it's constantly turned off and you have to walk up it.
Just keep calling their arena hotlines. They have to hire hundreds of people to answer the phone calls.
Yeah.
Stop calling.
We'll need a string of mercenary type hires to hang out around the escalator to make sure that they don't break it.
Yes. Oilers Plus is $1,000 a month.
Run all their taps nonstop.
Oilers
during
Nation
games.
Security Force will take care of the arena for you so you don't have to. Stop people from breaking shit.
Defend the
Revenue
fortress,
stream
like
for
they
the
say
nation.
in Vegas.
This is all.
What's the Knights code?
plausible.
What's the Knights code for season ticket holders? If you sign the Knights code, you get your season tickets for cheaper, but you promise to never sell them to a visiting fan.
They do that?
Knights code.
Really?
They did do it.
Wow.
They did it going into playoffs a few years back.
That's kind of cool.
I don't know if they still do it, but they did.
It's an interesting way to do it. I do find it funny, like going to like an Oilers playoff game. Like in round 1 against the Kings, if there were 8 Kings fans in the building, I would have been stunned. Like you never see them. And then you look at other places and it's like, nah, usually a handful of road fans will sneak in. Like even when it's Toronto, Boston, right? I know it's closer in proximity, I guess, but like there would be a couple hundred Bruins fans there. Never an issue in Edmonton. I guess Vancouver maybe would have been a bit different, but
Yeah, there wasn't a lot of Florida fans. There was a guy at the Strathern Art Walk last weekend wearing a Florida hat. And I'm like,
No kidding.
you asshole. How dare you?
You see that guy in the McDavid jersey I posted on Insta?
What is that?
Flames McDavid jersey.
I don't
Guy
know.
at the mall with a walker. Like, what?
I don't know why people do that.
And what is that?
It's probably like a gift. Like, you wouldn't get him, but we got you a Flames jersey.
then why would you
They think
wear
they're
it?
trolling us or something.
Yeah, I feel like it's an attempted troll.
Or they're like a miscrested jersey that you can just get for cheap. Like if you go and get a Jack Campbell jersey for $100 right now.
You can?
Yeah.
Where?
Oilers store.
I kind of feel like that's a good buy.
Yeah, then
would
just
be a
take
great
the
buy.
lettering off.
No, I just keep it. And people like Jack Campbell be like, yeah, wasn't that funny?
I'm sure I've
Great
told
buy.
this story before,
Jersey.
but when I worked at Jersey City, we were doing inventory in the back room and we found a tub of Ryan Jones jerseys, just like a plastic Rubbermaid bin of them in the back corner.
What an era.
And we were like, oh man, we should like scan and see if the barcode even works. And we scanned it and it came up as $25. And we were running a promo at the time that was half off all clearance items. And we were allowed to stack our employee discount on top of it. So I bought these jerseys for $8.
All
And
of them.
I just bought one because there were whatever 8 or 9 of them. So like everyone on staff was like, yep, we're taking one. And I used a thread ripper, zipped off the stitching, and then paid $50 to get Draisaitl on the back. Met Leon Draisaitl at a season ticket event, got it signed. So for a total of like $60, I have an autographed Leon Draisaitl jersey.
Is it
What
an
a heist.
authentic Jack Campbell Baggedmilk?
Yeah, it's from the Oilers store.
I kind of think I want one for 100 bones.
You could pop a Kajula on there if you wanted.
People would tap you on the shoulder and be like, for real? And you go, $100. And they go, you go, we got
I
to
think
get
you
our
wait it
values.
out. I
Gotta
think
get
you
our
wait it out.
value.
I think you get
And
it cheaper.
real fans have
I
bad
have a feeling
jerseys.
they're not going to move.
A beat. What was the ones that we were laughing at before? They were $100 in the Oilers store, and it was like the most obscure dude ever. Russian guy.
I don't know.
Put like an hour for the Oilers, and they had the balls.
Slepyshev?
No.
Oh,
Even
Keaton?
more
no,
obscure.
no.
Alexei Mikhanov.
Yes.
Anton Belov. Oh.
No.
Mykonos.
Oh, I was thinking, who's the guy that we got who played in,
it's not
is it Nosek? Who's the guy that played in,
Yurkjo?
oh, Thomas Yurko, yeah, but played for Vegas and played for, I think, Zykov? Or
Valentin.
Valentin
Zykov.
Yeah, okay, Zykov.
Yeah.
I was really hopeful on him.
Yeah, he was a waiver claim. Boy, we've had some. I laughed at that Sharks guy for posting thing, but we've had some pretty down bad moments ourselves.
Oh, yeah.
Tyrone was the answer.
Tyrone was the answer.
But
yeah.
those jerseys are still funny to wear. Like the idea in
I
my
love
mind
them.
that like an obscure Oilers jersey is bad, that's funny.
Nobody is commenting on my new jersey when I'm at an Oilers game. But if you were in a Jack Campbell jersey,
Yeah.
totally.
And then when they're like, why would you get that jersey? Be like, we have to recoup our value. This was $100.
They're 69% off. Dead on the website. That's what it says.
Nice. How much are they on the website?
$100. And you can pick, they have all 3 colors still.
Oh, shocker.
Or for that same price, you can have the St. Patrick's Day jersey.
Cool.
St. Patrick's Day Jack Campbell? That's a moment in time.
That is a very specific moment in time. That's like getting the Patrick O'Sullivan.
That was a great jersey. Patrick
Yeah.
O'Sullivan,
Seems like-
St. Patty's Day.
Seems like all the jerseys right now are 25% off.
You know what I have in my office right now? That's because they're getting rid of the Adidas.
Adidas, yeah.
I have that signed Bouchard mini helmet
Oh, that big Mike
that I won.
Where'd you
I
win
won
that?
it.
because he beat me in a board game.
Oh, what board game?
What's it called?
It was called Black Eye.
No,
Or it wasn't a board game. It was a card game.
No, it was your letter game, wasn't it?
No. Oh, we did play Tapple, which was a lot of fun.
Oh,
I noticed that sits on your coffee table in your house.
I hadn't put it back in the in my cabinet
holder?
yet.
I just like to think that you and Amber have a couple of games, you know?
Why not? Oh, we were at a house party on Saturday, and someone, it wasn't even me, but someone, the house party we were at had the game, and people were playing. That game, you need a bit of commitment from the group on that for it to be fun. Because I had to stop halfway through because they were just saying random stuff, and I was like, yeah, that's not how
You got to abide by the rules.
I never even
gotta
heard
be
of
able
this
to-
game.
There's got to be
able
order.
to throw flags. So it's a little circle,
Okay.
and it has tabs.
is it
for-
A to Z? It's not though.
No,
is
it's
it?
not. It's
No,
missing
there's
some
missing
letters.
like 4
So
or
it's
5
this
letters.
little circle thing with all the letters and a buzzer in the middle.
Yep.
And you pull a card and it has a topic, and you have to go around the circle. So if the topic was like fruits, you'd be like apple, ding, and you have 10 seconds to go around. And if someone gets it wrong, they're out.
That sounds awesome.
It's so much fun.
It is fun.
And like the clock's going tick, 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 tick. So like there's pressure on you, and you're like, man, I know so many fruits, but I can't think of one right now.
So, so the timer's always 10 seconds.
Yeah.
It's not a set amount of time to go around, and then when it blows
No,
up,
no.
like, oh, that's what I thought was happening. That's why I take my time sometimes.
Oh, because you thought you were like
Yeah, I
screwing
blew up in
someone.
my face a couple. Yeah,
Yeah, it did. Anyways, JB
But still won the helmet anyways.
Won Evan Bouchard.
one would have
Remember that
mattered.
game
Signed.
concentration back in the day, and you had to put all the little pieces in. It would start the timer, and you'd take them out. And then as you got into the power hour, it was so scary.
Oh,
It would pop on you.
a heightened countdown is very stressful.
Oh yeah. No matter how low the stakes are,
Doesn't even
it
matter.
gets the heart rate going.
It gets you going.
Especially when everything's
Feel
about
alive.
to jump scare you.
Yeah.
Like now, imagine that trying to defuse a bomb. Like actually,
MacGruber.
like MacGruber.
If you were defusing a bomb with no knowledge, Chalmers, and there was a red wire, a black wire, a white wire, and a green wire, what would you do? What would you cut?
Are you thinking of concentration or perfection?
Perfection.
Yeah.
Back to my wires.
Now I know what perfection is.
Well,
They look like macaroni.
the green wire is typically a ground wire.
Okay.
Isn't black normally ground?
No, green
Oh.
is a ground.
Okay.
White is the traveling,
Okay.
which is usually, yeah. The black is usually the energized line, and then the red is a second energized line when it has to travel to a second or third device.
So you cut red and black.
I would cut black first.
Black first.
What if that just speeds up?
What
the
if it
clock?
blows up?
And
Then
I
you
would
cut red right
and
after?
Then I would cut white, and then I would cut green, and then I'd probably blow up.
Well, you probably blow up after the black. But if
Probably.
you can somehow mid blow up, still get to like lessen the blow. I don't know. I don't know how bombs work.
I would try to cut the red and the black at the same time.
Interesting.
Cool.
Cut
Risky.
all of them at once.
Interesting.
Cool. Okay. What if the tweezers aren't or the side cutters aren't big enough?
I just watched Speed again, and I feel like he cut the red.
Did he?
I think so.
Oh boy.
Now you got me in my own head.
Yeah.
I would Google what wires to cut on a bomb.
Probably not
Really?
the best
But
idea.
when you-
This is a company
Okay.
laptop.
Yeah,
So-
do that on your company laptop.
So
I'll do it
you
over
would
here on
have the awareness, to Google it in that situation. And then during this frantic moment, be able to type it properly to get a good Google search.
No, I was just saying.
Or to be like, did you mean?
yeah, I was just saying. Right now, I was going to Google what wire do you cut on a bomb.
And then it's like, if
Oh.
this is a C4 bomb, cut this way. You're like, oh, now I gotta Google what kind of bomb this is.
Just watching a YouTube tutorial, like,
It's 8 minutes. The countdown's at 5. You're like,
oh well. Hopefully, he gets to it early.
Just gotta wait for this VPN ad to stop.
I knew I should have paid for the sub.
Damn close to paying for YouTube because I can't even enjoy
You got it.
videos
You
around the
got it.
house now on a game night.
They got
without
double
every-
ads now.
Oh, double ads. The first one's 30 seconds, second one's 5 seconds. It's just, and they're so
Once you
much
go-
louder than the goddamn video.
Once
that
you go
I'm
to
looking for.
YouTube Premium, there's no returning.
Yeah, I think and I don't know why I'm balking. I think it's just the sheer size of the amount of subscriptions that I have, where I'm like, I don't
Your
want another
kids
one.
use it like crazy, right?
Like crazy. So
Yeah.
I could literally just trade probably, which one would I give up? Probably Paramount.
Oh, you can easily.
But how are you
trade
going to get
Paramount.
1923?
I don't watch it
Or
anyways.
1885?
Oh, baby, don't even get me started.
I can't marathon Bar Rescue with John
Oh,
Tapper.
I'm just gonna say, and I don't know.
What's the point?
I purchased. We have TSN through our local cable provider,
Mhm.
and if you have the TSN app, you can pay $8.99 a month for TSN Plus.
Oh,
which
that's all
gets
it
you-
is?
Which gets you the red zone. That app was so intermittent this weekend. When yesterday I'm trying to watch Red Zone, and then I screen mirror it to my TV, and then I have the other games that I want to watch on. It was painful. And I had full bars, full Wi-Fi, everything else is working. I was so mad. I was almost ready to write them a strongly worded email and be like, this is not cutting it. I pay for this app for one solitary thing, and that is NFL Red Zone. And you can't have it working on a Sunday for the 7 hours of commercial-free football that I'm looking for. That's embarrassing. You should be embarrassed. You should be ashamed of yourself.
I was about to be kicking
Well,
myself.
you
'cause I'm
said
paying-
something very powerful there.
What?
Commercial free.
That's just it.
So they don't give a shit. They want you watching the game that has 400 commercials in between
So I
every
thought
play.
about that because there is even a part at the end where he says, he's like, when we go away from these games, go
Sorry,
to your-
Chalmers. Let's pause for an ad break really quick.
I get it. See what you did there. He says, go to CBS and watch the end of the game on your local CBS affiliate. But if you don't have it, stay here. And I'm just like, why would anybody just decide to go and watch the end of one game when you could just watch Red Zone? I don't know. Red Zone's the greatest thing that ever happened to football, but I swear there was a part of me that was like, they're making this shitty so that I will be. But have you guys been watching football on Sunday morning?
Yes.
5 out of 7 games are on local TV. It's
Yeah, you can get
it's
most of them
crazy how many games now. It used to be just there'd be 2 of the games and they'd be on all the channels. It seems like now all the channels have a different game.
One of the reasons, legitimately, that I chose the Vikings as the team to follow
They're
is
always on.
every Sunday I can
Yep.
watch the game.
You're right. They are always on.
There's no fuckery.
Yeah, that is good. I like that you allowed us to crush out our ad break there with that good joke. That's good because now I don't have to do it again later.
Thank you.
It's very nice. I have an announcement to make.
I would make a joke that is so offside that we're.
It is
We're
brought to you by our friends at Bet365. Whatever the sport, whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. You can sign up today. Use the promo code OILYBONUS to get in on a huge range of markets. All right, ready for my announcement?
Amber's leaving you.
No.
Odds of that, my plus 250 right now.
Well, gotta be higher than that. She
I would
really
hope
likes
so.
me.
She really likes me.
You're launching an OnlyFans.
No. I have bet on the Edmonton Elks to win the Grey Cup.
Whoa.
Wow. What does that pay?
What was it? Plus 4,000?
Rick inspired me. Rick got in at 40-1 earlier this year.
I will tail.
I got in now. It is 28-1.
Are they in the playoffs?
Let's go.
All right. I'm in.
So it is
What
looking
happened?
like
They were like the joke of
New owner. Who
They were-
dis?
new coaching staff. So right
That
now,
Chris Jones was a bit of a joke, eh?
they have 5 games to go this season. They play Winnipeg twice, who's good. But Winnipeg is leading the division at 7-6. So they play Winnipeg twice. So there's an
Leading the
opportunity.
division at 7-6.
Yeah.
CFL is the only league in the world where every team's under 500. I don't
I
know
know.
how the hell
It
this
doesn't
happens
make any
every
sense.
year.
They play Winnipeg twice. They play Calgary once, who they've owned this year. Then they play Saskatchewan and Toronto. Those are their 5 games. Right now, the Elks are 1 point behind Saskatchewan for the final playoff spot. They are 4 points back of BC, but they have a game in hand, and that would be to host a playoff game, or they are only 4 points back of Winnipeg for the lead in the division,
Ooh, playing them twice is clutch.
playing them twice. Or you could also hit the crossover. They are 4 points back of the crossover, and they play Toronto, who they'd have to catch. So they have multiple paths to the playoffs, and if you can get in, and they're playing so good right now, if they get in, that's only 3 games to win.
All
So
right,
I'm
I'm in.
hell yeah.
I'm in. Go Elks.
All right. I bet enough to win $1,000.
Are we Elks
So did I.
podcast now?
Exactly enough to win $1,000.
How did they get around your MChuck, the GM and the coach being the same guy? And if they fired him, the new guy'd have to work for pennies on the dollar.
They hired guys who work for pennies on the dollar.
Wow.
They basically took like existing coaches and elevated them.
Wow.
All right.
And the teams responded They're 5-8 now after starting 1-7. It's crazy. It is crazy the run.
Who's
that
our
they're on.
quarterback?
It's
Trey.
McLeod Bethel Thompson or Trey Ford. Trey Ford got hurt, so they put in MBT. McLeod
And
Bethel
he got
Thompson. Yeah, then he got hurt, so now it's back to Trey Ford. But both guys have been unreal. They've been winning with them both.
Who's
I
running back?
watched-
A guy who ran faster in a game than any NFL player has ran.
Oh man.
Yeah. So I'm going to the game on Saturday. I've made that decision, and I'm fully in on the bandwagon.
Can I
When
come?
and the Grey Cup is on.
Dude, it's 5 o'clock kickoff.
Saturday night is a 5 o'clock kickoff against Winnipeg.
Yep.
All right, so we can buy tickets to the Grey Cup right now
Oh,
Where is it?
in BC.
Ooh. One time my
All
dad,
upper bowl.
last time the Grey Cup was in BC, my dad went, and then him and his friend that he went with, it was like a supplier who took him there as a treat. And they went to the game, they went to a bar after, and then while they were at this bar, the Stampeders just showed up with the Grey Cup. So my dad was just in the Grey Cup party, and he has a picture with John Cornish. And I guess when my dad leaned in for the picture, John Cornish could like smell cigarettes on him. And John Cornish, fresh off winning Grey Cup MVP, was like, "Hey, can I have a cigarette?"
Yeah.
He earned it.
Yeah, I gave him a cigarette. He's got a picture to prove
Remember
it.
when we had our 10th anniversary party and the Grey Cup showed up?
Oh, yeah.
Or
that was 15.
15 year
Yeah,
anniversary
15.
party. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Grey Cup showed up.
So, okay. If the Elks make the Grey Cup because we got some money on the line, we got to go watch the game.
You want to fly to BC?
All right, I'm in.
We'll go. Day of.
The Elks leader in yards is Javon Leake. Kevin Brown was a starter, I think, coming into the year, but Javon Leake is who you're looking at there.
All right,
And
I'm in.
They got Eugene Lewis as their wide receiver. He's been great.
The guy from Schitt's Creek.
Eugene Levy.
733 yards in 13 games. So, yeah, and they recently re-signed. They added a guy who used to be really good, AC Crawford. They added him back. So they're looking good. So, anyways, if you
Retool on
want
the fly.
Grey Cup or bust.
Great
We're an
Cup or
Elks
bust.
I mean, why not?
I
An
just
Elks
like the
podcast now.
idea.
And we'll go.
Let's go.
We'll go.
I was selling it to my buddy Eli the other day because I was like, how great would it be to like really, and this sounds terrible, but like just be super invested in the Elks again. It feels good that they're good again.
I'm head to toe green and gold tomorrow.
Let's go. All right. Shout out to the Elks. Shout out to our friends at Bet365 for inspiring me to really get back in and
Yeah, this is a non-ordinary move, but go Elks.
and put my money behind the Elks. Shout out to Bet365.
Okay. So
5 o'clock on Saturday?
It's a great spot for a game.
I might do that.
Gonna wear all your Vikings gear.
Might as well.
That's cool.
I don't have any Elks gear. This is all I got.
well, now you got to go head to toe, man.
Oh, I'm going to go Elks jersey when I go on Saturday.
Do you have one currently?
I do.
Betting-
When I worked at Jersey City.
Betting responsibly on Bet365 makes everything so much exponentially more fun. I like just knowing that you guys bet the Elks.
You're in.
Kind of, I'm in.
You're in.
I
That's
like
it. I
kind
just
of getting
bet.
a contact high from this. Kind of in.
Yeah. Why not?
Makes
28-1. Let's
28 to
go.
1.
28-1. I can spend it already.
You know, Rick's in. You know, Rick will come to the Grey Cup. That's a good time.
Oh, yeah, Rick.
Mhm.
But literally, day off. We're just all business.
Who's a quarterback? MBS.
MBT, McLeod Bethel Thompson, or Trey Ford.
Those are
Whoever's-
winner names.
Whoever's healthy. Their social media
28-1
great as well,
winners.
by the way.
My wife has been dying to take these boys to an Elks game.
Oh, this Saturday.
We got some real life
Well,
tickets?
unfortunately, we have tryouts. This is the first weekend of tryouts for my kids, and oh man, everything is just all over the place. It was a mess. I didn't set my fantasy lineups because I did, but I wasn't able to like pivot
Oh, plenty of
right
tickets. dude.
before. Ugh.
Chalmers, we should go.
5 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'll see if it's try. I think he's going to be skating at 1, so I think we would be able to make it.
I've been talking about it a little bit on ON Every Day, and there was a few people in the comments being like, can we like pick a spot, do like a little ON Every Day or like Nation meetup? It's like, yeah, we should.
Is there
Do you already have tickets or no?
No, I don't have tickets yet.
a for sure shaded side opposed to a sunny side?
Yeah. Well, it depends what time the game is.
The arena
So,
spins, Chalmers, so it's impossible.
yeah. If you're on the west side, you should be good because it's 5 o'clock game.
Speaking of which, Chalmers, Metallica
Yeah.
just loaded some videos to their YouTube page from the Commonwealth show.
Yeah. It
Looked awesome.
was unbelievable.
Metallica, the band.
Yeah. They're doing they must be doing like a live concert, something, but they uploaded 2 songs from the Edmonton show and I thought they were great.
Yeah, they were great.
It was neat to see the Elks logo in the back of the Metallica shirt.
I was actually at a lunch meeting today and was watching on one of the TVs that had silent, but it was the Amazing Race. Did they end in Commonwealth?
Yeah, ended at Commonwealth, and I think
They went to Ram.
Was Ty Smith that won it?
No, that was last year.
Oh.
But two girls who go to the University of Alberta, I think, won it all.
Yeah.
In
It
Edmonton.
was two women that won it. And it was right in, I could only tell that they had won it because I think they had all the past winners lining the field. And then they came in. That was cool to end in. Yeah, that's it right there.
I loved that show.
It was such a good show.
I'd love to do it.
U of
think-
A wrestling alumni.
I think they had to climb like the high level bridge. I think they had to do something on the high level bridge and getting flags. That's cool. Stadium looked amazing. It did in the.
I'm
in
excited.
The show.
And
It
now
looked
it's
really
getting
cool.
a big reno.
I was gonna say, hopefully the
Crucial.
facelift actually like goes through.
You
and
must
this
have
whole
known
thing
that
happens.
prior to the purchase,
Oh.
AJ. Yeah.
Think about just improve the surfaces. That's all. Improve the services.
I wonder if they still get to pay $1 a year for rent.
Maybe it's $3 a year.
It's a big win, though. If
Goes
they get
up
that
200%.
renovated stadium for $1 a year. Come on. Come on, Tyler.
And then it helps continue to attract like big world events.
Or just simply put up partitions where the lineups are so that it can control them
Impossible,
and
man.
stop making them come
It's
where
impossible.
they back on.
It can't handle that much humanity on that concourse. And then how they have the two kind of concession areas where it's like a very narrow entrance.
Yeah, it's such a funnel.
And you're walking through lineups of people. Like it's
How'd they do it back
I just
in the
don't
day?
remember it being like that when we were kids. Because we had to go.
it didn't have those extensions. It was just all on the main concourse.
No,
there.
we used to have the knothole gang used to be right down below
Yeah,
that
and they had that
big-
concession behind it. But I'm saying like those two like wings where you can go and walk into those like rooms where there's like a concession hall. Like those weren't there.
Do
Those
you
were
remember that knothole gang?
Yeah.
You'd buy tickets at Safeway, and you'd go to them, and you'd know that even if just you and your sister and maybe like two friends were going, that the section was going to be full of kids, and you would know like a good portion of them because it was bumping.
Oh, yeah.
That was so much fun. And your parents would just like leave you down there all game
With
while
a
they
carton of
sat.
cigarettes?
Yeah, well, they sat up in their own seats, never come check on you.
No.
No,
No cell phones.
no cell
You knew
phones.
where to meet at the end of the game.
Yep. Don't come any sooner.
No.
That was living.
That was living.
for both parties,
Oh yeah.
the kids and the adults.
It really taught us like a lot of survival skills.
Just common sense. That's all.
Yeah.
Street smarts.
Street smarts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good
Any
old
more
days.
topics you have on your docket? On your
Nope.
dossier?
I had my bet. I had the rookie tournament. I had NFL weekend recap. Those are the
What
three.
about Big Brother? You caught up? Oh my God.
I'm so
Can you just watch Sunday
Tyler.
before the Monday podcast?
For
Is it that
F's
hard?
sakes, man.
I'm so close.
How close?
Okay,
can
whatever.
You,
Did you watch the OTEV?
Yeah, F him.
No.
What?
What?
Oh my God,
You're not
dude. You know
close.
what?
You're
I
not
don't
close.
care.
I'm
Okay.
3 episodes back.
I don't. Oh my.
I just watched.
OTEV was
How far-
wild.
I know. So wild.
JAN.
Well, because like, so with the OTEV thing, I'm not going to tell you, but like, because you guys kind of said something about OTEV, but I hadn't seen it yet.
Yep.
So as that episode was on and I knew OTEV was coming, I'm looking at the timeline on like the show hour
Yeah.
and where I was on my PVR.
You're like, I don't know how they're going to fit this
And
in.
I'm like, this isn't mathing to me. Are they going to drag this out? And then the way it wrapped is just bananas.
We're
And
gonna
then they
ruin OTEV
dragged
for
out
him.
the
This
episode
is a
to the
week-
next.
Oh man.
the sheer volume of workers and materials it takes to build the OTEV set
Oh, yeah.
probably costs 20 grand,
Oh,
30
probably
grand,
more, man.
maybe more.
It's lots.
They did one question, Tyler. Everybody got it wrong except for one person because the question was phrased as who existing in the house never played in the first part of the first HOH
It wasn't
competition.
existing in the house because
No, no. There's two people that couldn't play in the first stage of the HOH, right? Well, the first stage wasn't actually, so Mackenzie and Tucker, remember how they got left out of the groups?
Oh,
So
yeah.
they never got to play that HOH? Well, Chelsea and Cedric had lost the first part and they couldn't play in it at all and had to wear those chips.
Yeah.
So the answer was Cedric, but everybody thought the answer was Tucker. So everybody's looking for Tucker. And Mackenzie's sitting up there like, there was a ton of Cedrics down there. And she has one and she's up there.
Yeah.
She's like, what the fuck is everybody doing? They all come back up with Tuckers. They all lose. She wins. Competition over. 4 minutes. It was unbelievable.
It was wild.
It was wild.
Now I can't wait to watch it.
Yeah, you should. It's still fun to watch.
It was wild.
This isn't going to ruin anything, but get to it. Watch it. But yesterday, they did something that they've never done in Big Brother history that I can see. They are spending one whole week in the backyard.
Camping?
No,
Well,
they are basically being held hostage in a fun house.
they're in a CIA black camp or whatever they call it.
They have to do everything. They have to do the head of household out there. They've got to do the veto.
Where do
out
they
there.
sleep?
Outside.
Cots.
Wherever. They literally walked out there and they were like, oh my God, this is going to be awesome. They thought they were getting like a party
It's
thrown
jail.
for them. And then the shield went down. They're like, you're stuck in here. They're like, she's like, I don't have they don't have anything. They literally don't have anything.
Can they go in the hot tub?
Yeah. Oh yeah. They
There
got a hot
you
tub. They still got the laundry. They can wash their clothes that
Play
they
pool?
do have.
Pool table, I
pool's
don't think
outside.
it's there.
Pool table. I don't think the pool table
And
is there.
all they can eat is ice cream and pizza.
Oh my God.
They're basically at a carnival.
They get told, like, when the guy says you have to eat ice cream, they have to go eat ice cream.
Yeah, they have
my
to.
God.
And
Dream come
when it's a
true.
sing along, they have to do the sing along. There's a dance floor. When they
See,
have to do a dance party, they have
I'm
to do a
curious
dance
what's
party.
coming next. Like, what are they doing in the house now? While this,
I
is
don't
all going
know.
on
Good
outside?
question.
Cleaning it, deep clean.
I was watching the eviction episode I just watched was Joseph.
Yeah.
And from the episode before until right of the AI, I just kept saying to Amber, I'm like, they're setting this up. Joseph's going home. They have to know to some extent that Joseph's probably going home. And then I was like, well, I guess with the AI arena, he could have like pulled himself off, but they were angling those two episodes to be very anti-Joseph.
Yep.
Which makes you think that maybe the house has been anti-Joseph for a while because he's kind of a dick, but
They do in the next, and I don't, I really care.
When he compares himself to Dr. Will and Dan, I was
Outstanding.
I was like,
Wow.
yeah, you can go.
like, jeez.
So this season has been underwhelming for how
Friend zone.
these people have competed. Like the wall, I think lasted like 40 minutes, right? Like it has, these stamina competitions have been brutal. And like a lot of the competitions totally have just been brutal. People making mistakes like Otev last one question. Well, they do the competition that's very much like, what did they call it? Power surge or something back where it was all black and they have to hold their hand on the button.
Oh,
And
yeah.
if the button goes out, then they,
Yeah.
right? And like those can usually go like 4 or 5 hours. Well, they did one where they had to hold a
Well, no,
marshmallow.
let him watch
No,
it.
no, I don't care. He should have watched
Yeah,
it. He's
okay,
a week
like,
behind.
yeah,
I had a
fuck him.
busy
No,
week.
this is the last time. Listen. We won't ruin any more falling forward, but we haven't talked about this for like 3 weeks because you haven't been
That is fair.
committed. They have to hold.
Oh, when it's
not gonna ruin
Jay,
anything.
it's Jay. We don't
we're
say
not-
anything.
We're not
Hey,
gonna tell
no.
you-
And then what did I do? I spent the whole weekend and got caught up.
We're not going to tell you who wins and who loses,
All right.
but they have to hold a marshmallow up against a wall, basically a plate, with a long stick, and they have to just stand there. And first people fall out 45 minutes. This competition goes 9 hours and 37 minutes.
Like through the night.
Through the night.
They stood there for 9
They
hours.
stood
Yes.
there for 9 hours.
Yes.
It's really impressive. So the season's ramping up. It's getting better all of a sudden. And so watch it, for crying out loud. Busy.
I know. I'll
Give me a
watch.
break.
Oh,
Yeah,
Watch
you're
football
watching
Sunday.
900 football games and you
Halftime, you
played.
could have watched an episode.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I did come home from beer league last night and crushed out 2 episodes. Stayed up to like 12.
But how far behind were you?
Yeah,
It's
seriously.
because I can only watch if I'm with Amber because we watch together.
That's cute. So has Amber been away for 3 weeks?
Well, I've been gone, and then she had stuff, and our schedules just didn't line up.
So I only watched the show with my wife and kids, but you know what I did last night because
What?
I was at men's league hockey. I watched it by myself because
On the
this
bench?
is more important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Being able to talk about it.
You know what time I watched it? Woke up at 4 a.m. this morning, couldn't sleep, watched it.
I don't have that same issue. I sleep great.
I don't really know how to.
I'll sometimes, but I wake up at 6. I'll watch it before that.
Yeah, I guess
called
I just
commitment.
Don't wake up early enough. I was busy.
It's called a can-do
There's like
attitude, Tyler.
one piece of show prep we do. One.
No.
The history
There's
of
one
real
piece
life.
of show prep that you guys do. I do a list every show,
Your list was your bet.
Yeah.
which ended up being 10 minutes of show content.
That's true.
Because it was a
a
good
great
bet.
thing.
It was a good bet.
Rookie
I'm going to win $1,000. I'm very happy.
I know the Elks are going to win the Grey Cup.
And then I'm gonna take all that money. I'm gonna put it on the oil.
Can't wait to go to Vancouver. Watch the Grey Cup. When is the Grey
Now
Cup?
I'm actually excited for the Grey Cup.
When is the Grey Cup? I'm going.
November 17th.
I can't wait for
And it's
Saturday.
in a dome.
Oh, perfect. Perfect. Did you say November 17th?
November 17th.
Oh, 2 weeks later, then we're going to another foosball game down states? Come on.
Yeah. Won't be able to stay caught up on Big Brother then. Be bouncing around all over.
It'll
Did you
be
hear?
over by then.
So on O&R on Friday, I asked the boys, Tyler, Bills fan, Rick, Dolphins fan, me, big Vikings guy, what their approach was going to be to going to the Broncos and the Browns game for the nation vacation. The move, it sounds like, is to actively troll the Browns here.
Oh, it's a Browns. You're not going to wear Browns gear, are you?
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you probably are. Because that's his number one team. But
I'll
as
wear my
a
jacket,
Bills
my
guy,
Chubb
as
jersey,
a Vikings guy,
or my Garrett jersey.
you dress up in Broncos gear.
Yeah, those boys
I'm
are
not
going to
buying
Broncos gear.
gear.
You said you were going to buy
You
like a
always
toque
buy
or
something
something.
If there's nice vintage stuff, maybe because I do like their throwback gear, but like I'm not gonna go.
Do you know what I have? And I
I
will
got a
lend you.
Browns jersey for you.
I have a Broncos starter pullover
back me
coat
up?
from back in like 1990s.
I'd love to wear that.
Yeah.
Tyler's gonna wear a Browns
I'm
jersey with
gonna
me.
go Browns,
All right.
and I'm gonna bet on the Browns,
Yes, let's go.
so then we can ride together. I like that. I like the.
I'm gonna do it. I'm also gonna do an Oilers Browns parlay.
I do like the look of the Browns jerseys.
The
more than
Browns
the look
are
of the
better
Broncos
than
jerseys.
Denver. They probably will win.
What are they going to be like?
All right.
7.5 point favorites.
I did not pick a horse in that game, by the way. I was asking the question.
Yeah.
I want to know the approach.
I like to be able to throw high fives around to everybody, so I usually dress up in the gear of the team that I'm seeing. Even if it's
When
just
you guys
a
go on your
scarf,
football trips, you always get something from the home team?
always. And I won't go jersey, but I'll usually get like some sort of, I'll get it here sometimes where I get like a jacket. And then when I'm there, I usually buy a scarf and gloves if it's cold and a toque, because then you're just swagged right out.
Frank invited me to the Philly Browns game, but it's on Canadian Thanksgiving. Rats.
I'm going Seahawks Bills in October. I'm excited for that.
That'll be fun.
That'll be really fun.
In Seattle or in Buffalo?
In Seattle.
I saw someone I follow who was in Seattle, and they went to a Washington State game at Lumen Field.
Oh, cool.
And like there was actually tailgating happening outside. I'm like, what the heck?
Edmonton should have tailgating for hockey games and Eskimos games, Elks games.
How would you do
they
it for
do.
hockey games, though? It's chilly.
It's Chile.
Not in
And there's
September.
and there's 41 of them,
Not in
right? So you
October.
can't. Football's easy because it's easy to make the
Playoff tailgate.
Or do you
Yeah.
think there should be more activations in Fort Hall, perhaps?
I was thinking during the playoffs, just because like there was so much traffic and
Just be able to
there.
drive into Fort Hall and tailgate?
Cool.
No,
Now
it
we're
would've
talking.
been
Just
cool
fire up the barbecue in there.
Let's go.
If they built a little bit more of like an outdoor festival vibe outside for home games in the playoffs, like close the street right in front of the arena. And
Yeah,
like,
that's true. Yeah.
Imagine if you could like build almost like picture like a backyard setup with like an outdoor kitchen and like an area for sitting, and they were like buying a cabana in like Vegas, right? But instead you're purchasing for this game the tailgate spot that
That's
you
a
could
very
go
good
and
idea,
you could
Chalmers.
take your stuff and
In-arena
and then you
pricing.
wouldn't have to like bring it with you, and you could
Yeah.
just throw all your garbage in the garbage,
Yep.
and then you could leave.
Like a cabana
yeah.
You buy the parking lot next door where like
for Mr. Cates.
does he own that one?
Yeah.
With everything. Don't worry about it.
Does he own
It was
everything? around it?
handled before he bought the team.
Yeah.
It's a good idea though.
I mean, that would be cool, wouldn't it?
It would be cool. Then you don't have to stow all your shit.
Yeah. That'd be awesome.
That was a good episode of the pod.
I'm glad you're happy.
Yeah. No, that was solid.
You want to hear my NFL report before we end it?
Yes.
I would.
I'm glad you're happy.
By NFL report, I mean I would like to report on the show 1923, starring Helen Mirren and Harrison Ford. Perhaps you've seen it. I have not. When Spencer gets home from Africa, it's on, bitches. He's not going to stand with this mining company pushing them off their ranch, Tyler.
Timothy Dalton.
That's who that is.
These are all connected, all these shows.
Man alive.
All the way back to
Very
Yellowstone.
fancy car.
Man, it is. It's a heck of an operation. But I forgive Harrison Ford for Star Wars sucking. I was like, Harrison Ford sucks. I shouldn't have him in these movies. He's terrible. I
Like
now
the old
realize
ones or the new ones?
the
Star
new
Wars.
ones. The old ones, he's amazing. The new ones,
I don't know. I thought it was.
He
I thought
looks-
it was riveting when him and old.
He looks hella annoyed.
Ren. What's Ren's real name? My boy.
Kylo
Kylo Ren.
What's his
Adam
real
Driver?
name? Adam Driver. When Harrison Ford and Adam Driver are standing there, I know what I have to do, but I
Terrible.
don't want to do it.
Harrison Ford
That was
acts his
riveting.
ass off in 1923, though. He has a scene where he cries. You know, that's hard to pull off.
Mhm.
Helen Mirren, strength of character.
If you ever want to see Harrison Ford in his best work, search David Blaine magic trick.
Orange in
Harrison
his
Ford.
kitchen.
It is.
Get out of my house.
Get out of my house. After the trick, it's so good. David Blaine does this trick where basically he's like just setting the trick up, setting the trick up, and then he just grabs a piece of fruit out of the fruit bowl in Harrison Ford's house that hasn't been touched all day. Cuts it open, and Harrison Ford's card's in there with his signature on it, and he starts shaking. And he just looks at him and goes, "Get out of my house." And it's so funny because David Blaine's like, "Are you serious?" And I think he was serious.
No.
He looked shook.
Come on.
Watch the video. You be the judge.
I've seen it.
In the section we call YouTube this.
Listen, if we could stay committed to some segments,
I would actually love YouTube this because I'd be fascinated. To know
I have a
what you're looking
YouTube this every week.
Come on.
What? When?
In my
Where?
head.
What
He's
podcast?
never said the word
In my
YouTube
head. That's
this
my-
until a month
Yes.
ago.
at. I'm going to keep it 100 right
My
now. and
story-
say you're full of shit.
Yeah, I'm
My
chomp
podcast prep
out
reads
on
like
you.
this. Tyler's bet.
YouTube,
YouTube
this? Keep it 100.
Nope.
House building segment.
Oh yeah.
Chalmers gives life
Keeper
advice.
100 had a chance.
It was there.
it was right.
We're approaching house bib territory. Are we
I
not?
think YouTube this is
not yet.
easier enough for you.
We're a
then.
good month away from Hosebib territory, I think. Yeah.
But it's coming. The countdown
Are
is
you
on.
going to do a commemorative event on the pod?
For what?
Declared Hose Bib Day
Yeah.
and tell
We
everybody?
should.
You should.
I personally need it.
Yep.
But Hosebib Day changes every year because it all is dependent on whether or not the weather at
but
night.
when you feel in real time that it's Hose Bib
Done.
Day,
Yeah, like the groundhog that dictates
Yeah.
when summer's going to start. You
he's
dictate.
Phil.
Yes.
I'll keep it real for Thursday. I'll do a keep it at 100 for Thursday. And I'll have a
That's not what
YouTube.
we're talking about.
No, but
What
I'll do
about
that.
Hose Bib
No,
Day.
we'll get Hosebib Day. Oh yeah, we'll get Hosebib Day. That's way. Come on.
Chalmers, now you're committed to like 12 segments.
I'm worried
Are
about
you gonna
the
YouTube this next on Thursday
Just
too?
do one good segment.
Just show up to the
Which
podcast.
one has the most potential?
That's the segment.
Which one has?
Just show up.
I think I interviewed Mike Fugelberg 2 podcasts ago. Do you guys remember that one?
pretty good.
No, you don't.
Oh wow!
Oh, we're
okay.
not doing
Are we
stats.
playing attendance rating? Because mine's terrible, and you make me look like I'm an A+ attendee.
Okay, which one has the most potential?
Truant.
YouTube this
YouTube this is a great one. I love that one.
and keep it 100.
Everybody stop right now and YouTube this.
What about my
And then they watch
1923
it
report?
and then we all react.
That might not work that well. I think we do it at the end and then talk about it next episode because people are usually driving when they listen to this.
What about me
You
writing?
think that it stops me when I'm driving, when I'm listening to the Lonely Island podcast and they are breaking down their digital shorts to stop and watch a 2-minute digital short?
I'm saying it should.
Can I pitch my segment?
Yes.
The 1923 report where I write erotic fan fiction about that Spencer guy coming home from Africa. And every week I break down a different scene I wrote in my mind.
Are you going to pay for everybody to have Paramount Plus so they can watch the show?
I got that hacking
Let's
stick.
work
Is that what
out
it's
that
on?
one.
I think so.
See, I
mean,
went
don't
from
even
I
know.
had no shows to I have all the shows, and it's all free. So
Where?
I'm going wild.
Oh.
I got a hacker stick. Like a,
Yeah.
you know,
Allegedly.
every single streaming service is going to sue me at once, and they will cancel each other out. And then I will eat the stick before they come to my house and say, I don't know what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Eat the stick.
It's an amazing device, but still, Hulu is very boring. Stars, pretty good. I watch a lot of 50 Cent shows. They're pretty good. You ever seen those?
Nope.
It's got like a whole Marvel universe of like,
His own show.
I walk into my wife watching Selling Sunset every day
Interesting.
now.
you know, Nick Cannon has 3 different ladies on that show pregnant.
no.
Yes.
Currently?
Dead ass fact.
Go look.
Hand on the Bible, you'd say it to a judge.
Nick Cannon has 3 baby mamas on Selling Sunset.
Damn.
Oh, they're all very attractive.
Nick Cannon got that cannon.
Cristal? Is that one of the names?
Maybe.
Chriselle.
Sounds
Chriselle?
classy.
Chriselle?
Christineth?
They also don't sell
Her
any
name
of those
is
houses, right?
Christineth.
No.
You
This might
say
be.
it
They don't,
right.
they don't
my
sell
wife
any of the
say,
houses,
you got
Tyler.
the mic.
And they're not even the realtors for the house. They're just actors going through a house.
Yeah.
But
In case
you
you're
wanna see a
wondering,
real
Tyler,
house?
Nick Cannon now has 12 children.
There it is.
Who's winning?
Him and Tyreek Hill?
Antonio Cromartie,
Sean Kemp, right?
Tonio
You have a lot?
Tyreek Hill, or Nick
Cromartie.
Cannon?
Well, hang on. Cromartie?
Cromartie. CROM.
Kids.
You know who wins? Genghis Khan.
Yes.
Antonio
the
Cromartie might be in the
Vikings.
lead.
Philip Rivers, 10.
Oh, yeah.
Cromartie has got 14.
Philip Rivers has 10 kids?
Yeah, with this.
Oh, with
yeah.
his.
With one lady?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's
Oh, boy,
one
the
big
Duggars.
family.
10 kids. kids, you psychopath.
I wish the guy from the Falcons who got traded to the Vikings, what's his name?
Falcon.
Kirk Cousins.
Oh, yeah.
I wish he had 10 kids in a show called Kirk Plus 10.
Oh, Tyreek Hill's got to pull it together. He's only got 7.
Oh. I thought he was doing
At the
better
moment.
than that.
Those are the ones that you know about.
You get out there.
Can you type in NFL player most kids?
Yeah, I can.
For every 4 kids you have, statistically speaking, you have half a kid you haven't disclosed. So if you have 8, you have 1.
Cromartie currently leading with 14.
Wow.
Is he the one that does the clip that's hilarious where he goes, this kid, this one, and he's trying to remember all his kids?
Saying their names. Yeah, it's in a Hard Knocks episode. The reporter asks him, "Can you name all your kids?" And he legitimately gets to like 7 and starts to look up to the sky. And he's like,
How many does he have?
14.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
He lost track at 7.
George
That's why
Foreman.
I was just going to say George Foreman.
He has 12 and he named
How about
it.
Sean Kemp?
All George.
He's got a
including his
lot
daughter.
too, eh?
Yeah. Who?
Sean Kemp right there, coming on up.
Yeah, Sean.
He named
Kemp.
all his kids George Foreman.
7.
7. See, that seems like child's play when you think of
Cromartie's got 14 as
and
child's
12.
play. Yeah, up those others. Rookie numbers.
Calvin Murphy, former Houston Rocket, had 14.
You know what's selling like hotcakes?
Kids?
Condoms?
Not condoms.
Lack thereof.
In this instance, the Nation Vacation.
Is it actually moving?
It's moving.
Moving units?
We're getting close to halfway sold, and we're only like 10, 12 days into this.
Every one of Antonio Cromartie's kid bought a seat. You'd be half sold.
We just got to convince him to come, and we're sold out.
Yeah.
So don't miss nationgear.ca.
Don't miss. Yep.
If you're not from Edmonton or you need to fly from somewhere else, we have flight free options as well. Plenty of ways to get in on the fun.
And those are flying off the shelves.
I like that people who aren't in Edmonton.
It's good.
really
It was
buy
kind of
into
that is if there's one thing, that Arizona trip was magical, but like the one thing that we really took away from that is the no flight option and actually what it does to the trip.
We got people from the Arizona trip coming on this one
I know.
already. On the no flight one.
Okay. Good episode, guys.
Hold on. Do you know Mia Farrow has 14 kids? Marlon Brando has 16 kids.
Hold on. Does that mean Mia? But those are adopted
DMX
kids.
has 15 kids.
That I believe. Mia Farrow didn't deliver 14 kids. Those are adopted
Dwayne
kids.
Dog Chapman, the dog, has 12 children.
Puppies.
Charlie Chaplin has 11.
He's at the litter. Yeah, but he has a litter though.
Charlie
They'll come 6
Chaplin.
at a time.
Has how many?
11.
Wanya makes a good point. Adopted kids?
So
'Cause how do you
somebody
even have
named
the time?
Screamin'
It's a
Jay
lot of banging.
Hawkins. Screamin' Jay Hawkins. Who the hell is he? Give me a second here. This guy has.
We're in it.
This segment's called Google This.
Brace yourself for this one.
Who
because
had
it's
what now?
Going to
Which
seem
genre?
unbelievable. We promise this is 100% real. For those of you who don't
sounds
know,
real.
Screamin' Jay was a pioneer for music back in the 50s. Screamin' Jay's autobiography set up the website trying to connect with his offspring at a number of 33 of them.
Yeah.
He bragged that he had between 57 and 75 children.
Yeah. Brag. Try and sue me.
Hell?
There's a
Hyperbole.
man who is a Filipino basketball player named Luis Salvador. He is currently credited with 102 children.
He's an active player.
And he's also known for scoring 116 points in a single basketball game.
He's trying to shoot his
That's what I
score.
was going to
He's got
say.
14 more kids in him, probably.
Mhm.
Oh,
that
boy.
one game, he dropped 116. He's like, damn it.
That is the full Philippines basketball roster.
That
is his
was in
spawn.
May of 1923 that he
Oh,
put up
geez.
116.
1923, they had pro Filipino basketball.
That was the prime of the league.
It must feel
Some say the
empowering,
best.
Chalmers.
Some say the best league in 1923.
You gather them
There's
all
no
together,
other better
all your
league out
children,
there than that in 1923.
on the Filipino basketball court, your last game, and they're just chanting, Dad, 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 Dad. Boom, 114th kid impregnated.
This is
Right there.
crazy.
Got work to do.
Dad, Dad.
It's good.
Okay, now you can quit.
All right. If we ever need to send like a sample of like, so what's the real life podcast about? This
So for our
one,
Marconi,
Dad,
this
Dad.
one does it. This one definitely does it. Thanks for tuning in. Shout out to Bet365 and Will Hawk Beef Jerky. We'll be back on Thursday.
Go Elks.
Go Elks.
Dad.